Frequently asked questions. Which is better, granite, marble, or quartz? Well, each material has its advantages. Granite and marble are timeless. Quartz doesn't stain. Soapstone weathers and can be used in fireplaces. Ceramic slabs don't stain or scratch, but colors are limited and they're very expensive. Vitrazo has a unique look, but it's not cheap. Alright, so if you made us choose one, it would be quartz. Quartz is a man-made engineered stone. It doesn't stain like natural stone, and it's by far the strongest of the different materials. The advantage for you to use quartz is we can have big overhangs without using corbels or other supports. When you factor in price, if you made us choose which material is best, we would choose quartz. There are differences between brands of quartz, like Caesarstone, Cambria, MSI, and dozens more, but those differences aren't in quality. We've yet to notice any difference in quality between these different brands. Cambria and Caesarstone are more recognizable brands, and they're more innovative with their patterns, so these brands are always a little bit more expensive. But if we're comparing the same look across different brands, the lesser known brands are always less expensive. Quartz has two downsides. It's UV light sensitive, so we can't use it outdoors, and it isn't as heat resistant as natural stone. Here's someone heating quartz next to granite with a propane torch. After about 18 seconds it discolors and burns. Temperatures over 300 degrees can discolor quartz. With that said, you should never place a very hot object on any cool material, regardless of whether it's quartz or natural stone. Thermal shock can crack any material, just like if you pour boiling water into a cool glass cup. With all that said, you don't need to worry too much about the technical differences between stone. Remodeling your kitchen isn't something you do often, and the countertops are the most visible item in the entire project. Go with what you think is going to look best. Trust yourself and don't overthink it. Why are certain stones more expensive than others? Stone is a commodity and it's all about supply and demand. Some stones are hot and that makes them more expensive today. Some stones are rare and some stones aren't. Most expensive doesn't mean higher quality. In fact, lower quality stones are often higher tiers because they're more fragile or they break more when we fabricate them or they chip more when we fabricate them. Do my old countertops need to be removed before you can measure? No, we can measure with the old countertops still there. You can keep your old counters until a day or two prior to the installation with our process. However, you need to be prepared to adjust the cabinets if you need to before we measure so that they're level. We can't install on an out-of-level surface. If you move your cabinets after we measure, we're going to have to charge you a trip fee and remeasure. If the cabinets move after we've started cutting, we're going to have you pay for refabrication. So don't move the cabinets after everything's been measured. How long is this going to take? We aim to be in your home and design the counters within 1 week of you paying the deposit. Once the design is finished, we're going to send you an invoice, usually the next business day. After you pay, we get the slabs, sinks, and any other materials in. If it's an in-stock stone in one of our sinks, we try to install within 10 days of your payment. For out-of-stock stones, it's usually going to add another week to the process, but sometimes it can take quite a bit longer. For example, Cambria offers 120 colors. Their local distributor stocks about 70 of those colors. So if you want one of those 50 that's not stocked in Denver, it can take a few weeks to bring in. Now with that said, what often is delaying us isn't the materials, but appliances. Make sure you've got your stove there, especially if it's a drop-in range, your faucet picked out. If those aren't coming from us, they need to be there at the time of measurement. How often do I need to seal the countertops? Well, if you're using quartz, you never have to seal. But natural stone needs to be sealed with a chemical. Wax on, wax off, that's all there is to it. But these sealers don't last forever. What wears away at the sealer are cleaning chemicals. If you're using harsh chemicals to clean your counters, you're going to need to seal more often. If you use soft cleaning agents, the seal will last longer. The area around your sink may need to be sealed once every 18 months. But the desk area might need to be sealed once and never again. So it really depends. To see if your countertop needs to be sealed, pour some water on it. Come back in 10 minutes. If the water is absorbed into the stone, you need to reseal it. If it beads on top of the stone, you're in the clear.